Chapter 30 Dungeon Settlement, Skyfall Sword Tomb. 1/2. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 30 Dungeon Settlement, Skyfall Sword Tomb. Skyfall Stone Sword Skill Scroll, Platinum Lower Grade Sword Skill, Corruption Necklace, Platinum Lower Grade, Blood Lake Corpse Corruption Soldier Summoning, Gold Upper Grade Skill Scroll, Death Rattlebone Bow, Platinum Lower Grade, 10,000 races coins x 40,000, basically all platinum level rewards. As the captain, Su Ming has the right to distribute. He didn't think too long and immediately distributed the 10,000 races coins in equal amounts. After all, everyone contributed 10,000 per person. 10,000 races coins, a currency of world rules, can be used not only on Blue Star, but also in dungeons and 10,000 World Store. This is the most circulated god-level currency in the world. In the 10,000 World Store, you can buy everything you can think of: rare blood, ancient beasts, ancient talents, extraordinary skills. Too many should be used up. It can be said that the myriad races coin is the myriad currencies of this world, distributed by the world rules, rare and precious. At the same time, the myriad races coin can also be exchanged for the advent coins used for internal transactions by humans on Blue Star at an exchange rate of 1 to 10. The advent coins can also be reversely exchanged for the myriad races coins at a rate of 1 to 1. Afterwards, Su Ming used the sublimation of all things, talent to sublimate all the spoils. Sublimation success. Skyfall Sword Tomb Skill Scroll, Platinum Mid-Grade Sword Skill, Soul Necklace, Platinum Mid-Grade, Blood Armored Undead Knight Summoning, Platinum Top Grade Skill Scroll, Soul Suppressing Corruption Bow, Platinum Mid-Grade, almost all upgraded to Platinum Mid-Grade. This item, Blood Armored Undead Knight Summoning, was even upgraded to Platinum Top Grade. It was originally only Gold Grade, but it was upgraded to Platinum in one fell swoop, which was the biggest upgrade among them. It can be sold for millions of advent coins at random. Su Ming looked solemn and scanned the information of these things. Soul Necklace, the effect is very strong. It can increase the upper limit of soul power storage and improve the efficiency of absorption. The so-called soul power is a kind of occupational resource. It is equivalent to the blue bar. Take Ji Yao and Jiang Yunqing as examples. Their professions are undead summoner and soul healer, respectively. Their skills all require soul power to release their full power. Soul power needs to be obtained by absorbing corpses on the battlefield. Su Ming directly assigned this necklace to Jiang Yunqing. She is a healer and needs to consume soul power continuously. This necklace is the best for her. Although Ji Yao also needs soul power, she mainly relies on summoned creatures to fight. As long as she summons a monster, her soul power consumption is very high. Although Su Ming prefers Ji Yao, he also knows the principle of making the best use of everything. Now, several people have temporarily formed a team. They must be responsible and not mess around. In terms of resource allocation, of course, there is no bias. Then Su Ming gave Ji Yao the Blood Armored Undead Knight Summoning, Platinum Top Grade Skill Scroll. This skill can only be used by her profession, so Su Ming naturally gave it to her. Once this skill is learned, you can summon a Blood Armored Undead Knight. That's right, a Blood Armored Undead Knight that is exactly the same as the hidden boss. Of course, the combat power of your own summons is not comparable to that of the boss. The boss level is very high, and there are special bonuses in the attributes. The player's summons are of course not as powerful. After all, the white one is 3 points weaker, but it should not be underestimated. Once this knight is summoned, it will definitely crush the vast majority of monsters and players of the same level. It is no problem to push through the dungeon. As Ji Yao's strength increases, the summons will become stronger and stronger. In the future, she can surpass the real boss. As long as she reaches the 4th level, the combat power of the Blood Armor Knight she summons will be comparable to that of the real boss. If she improves the proficiency of this skill, she can continue to evolve. The next level should be the Blood Crown King Sword Guard Knight, in the Blood Lake Undead Summoning Branch. This higher level Sword Guard Knight, one of the 2 swords guarding the king in the background, has very violent combat power and is even at the diamond level. And most importantly, this skill scroll has no level limit. Most skill scrolls require a certain level to learn. Silver skills require level 10, gold skills require level 20, platinum skills require level 30 or above. But after Su Ming sublimated this scroll with the talent of all things sublimation, the effect changed and there was no level limit directly. This allows Ji Yao to learn this skill now. Of course, all things sublimation does not completely eliminate the level limit, these are all random. Ji Yao took the scroll and crushed it suddenly. She was shocked, and actually learned this skill directly. Even if you have a 10-star talent, the skills you comprehend in the early stage must start from the bronze level. Even a knife maniac like Li Chengwang in Wuyang City has a strong talent, and his strongest knife skills are only lower silver. For ordinary people, the mastery of skills is a gradual process, from bronze to silver, to gold, gradually upgrading. This is definitely not the route of most people, and Ji Yao, at level 10, had not even completed her first mission, but she had already learned a platinum-level skill. If this is set out, it will definitely shock people. After all, not everyone is Su Ming's teammate. Only one person has the talent of sublimating all things. Then Su Ming handed the Jinling Jifu Bao to Yan Zhe. Yan Zhe is a demon hunter ranger, and this bao is very good. Yan Zhe took the dark red longbow and looked at it carefully. Jinling Jifu Bao, platinum mid-grade, level limit, 20, professional requirements, ranger professional who is proficient in bows, affixed Jifu arrow. When bending the bow and putting the arrow, you can transform the corpse into an arrow, which is more powerful and adds 50% corrosion effect. Affix Jinling, consume mental power to make all arrows shot with this bow produce random enchantment effects. Yan Zhe's eyes trembled and his eyes flickered. The original bow was only a silver-level weapon, and now, it was directly replaced with platinum. In the past, I would not dare to think about this. The only flaw is that there is still a level limit. Now, I cannot equip it, and I need to continue to level up. I put away the bow, did not refuse, and thanked Su Ming solemnly. Thank you, Su Ming. His face was serious and meticulous. From today on, you will be your comrade in arms. That I knew very well that Su Ming had contributed the vast majority of the force in this battle. I basically only dealt a little damage in the back, but Su Ming was willing to assign such a weapon to me. It can be said that he had done his best. It is absolutely lucky for Yan Zhe to have such a person as a friend. Su Ming nodded and said nothing more. Then he looked at his trophies. Skyfall sword tomb, sword skill, platinum mid-grade, sword sinks into the tomb, Skyfall suppresses evil. Sword will reach the sky, summon a huge stone sword to fall, causing more damage. Su Ming crushed it directly. Learn skills. Proficiency, 0/200,000. Su Ming raised his hand and clenched it. Boom. A shadow appeared on the sky, and then a huge black stone sword fell down. This stone sword is more powerful than a person. It is just like a huge tombstone, deeply inserted into the ground. The stone sword tombstone was so heavy that it cracked the ground. The black sword tomb was harder and heavier than steel. There were many spells engraved on it. Relying on the weight, the monster was crushed to death. If the hidden boss was still alive, Su Ming would definitely break the armor easily at the beginning with this move. This was Su Ming's first platinum-level active damage skill. The situation was good. At this time, I found that everyone's bodies were floating in an illusory way. The copy was settled and I was leaving. Su Ming, call me next copy. Yan Zhe said with a longbow on his back. Hey, Su Ming, thank you for saving my life. We will see each other soon. Jiang Yunqin waved his hand, smiled heartily, and his figure disappeared. Ji Yao stepped forward, stroked his hair, and looked at Su Ming. In a flash, her figure also disappeared. Su Ming himself also entered a different space. Dungeon settlement in progress. Player, Su Ming. Killed 33 greybacked wild wolves. Killed 12 dark-feathered chickens. Killed 24 ohms. Killed 1 ohm king. Defeat hidden BOSSX1. Killed. A large number of lists extended, with crazy calculations. Su Ming's score continued to increase. In the end, it almost exploded. Traveled through the area without injury. Red Rock Cave. Super fast clearance. First kill in the dungeon. Perfect challenge. Final evaluation, S level. Obtain title, new king. Effect, all attributes plus 15, all skill proficiency increased by plus 10%. Ranking settlement in progress. then, a ranking list appeared in front of Su Ming, Novice Dungeon, No. 144, ranking in progress, number 1, Berserker Sun Xiaoyang, level 7, number 9, Planter Li Qianlong, level 8, number 8. This is the dungeon ranking list. The top 10 players will receive extra rewards, and the first place will receive even more generous rewards. Su Ming's face was calm, and he basically knew the outcome. He must be the first. In the novice dungeon, he reached level 16. This is basically a level that has never been seen before and will never be seen again. At this moment, Su Ming is not only the first player in the dungeon, but also the first player in the dungeon. Even on the blue planet outside, there are countless people who are eagerly waiting and paying attention to this ranking. At this moment, all the leaders in Xianjing No. 1 Middle School are looking at the ranking list intently. What's going on? This year, the 144th novice dungeon ended so quickly. It's only been a day. Why did the settlement start? Is there a problem? Several school leaders looked at the ranking list in shock. Usually, a dungeon takes several days or even a week to complete, and this novice dungeon was open for less than 24 hours. It was a lightning-fast clearance. In front of all the school leaders, there was only the ranking list. Surrounding them, there were several rows of illusory big screens, showing the leaders of all universities in the surrounding cities. A full number of every year. The novice copy is actually equivalent to a big competition. Teachers from colleges and universities in surrounding cities will gather together to hold meetings and observe. On one screen, a sneer came from a university in Wuyang City. All the teachers at Xianjing No. 1 Middle School must be too surprised. This year's dungeon will be settled so quickly, all thanks to the genius of our Wuyang No. 3 Middle School, Li Chengwang. Star talent, crazy profession, can be said to be invincible this year. I suggest you, Xianjing City, cherish the last resources you have this year. Because next year, your quota for the Tianta conference will be guaranteed. Na said sadly. Is Xia Shulong, the principal of Wuyang No. 3 Middle School. Once the Tianta Club's quota qualifications are cancelled, it means that this city will no longer enjoy funding from the Dragon Kingdom government and will no longer have resources. It is also difficult for talented students to be born. This will be a vicious circle. Once you fall, you have almost no chance of rising again. After hearing the sarcasm of Xia Shulong, the principal of Wuyang No. 3 Middle School, the teachers of Xianjing No. 1 Middle School all looked angry, but there is no way to refute it. I have to admit that Li Chengwang is indeed very fierce. Winning first place this year is basically a sure thing. It's just Xianjing City. Among the 5 surrounding cities, none of the geniuses can compete with S. Talent is just. The most terrifying thing is that S profession is crazy. This is one of the most powerful hidden professions in the early stage. The fighting power is extremely violent. Wang Ting's expression was calm, was not angry at all because of Principal Xia Shulong's ridicule, always in shock. No matter what, I can lose in terms of momentum. With calm eyes, he spoke loudly through the screen. Thank you, Principal, the matter has not been finalized yet, so you can be so arrogant. The dungeon was settled so quickly this year, but it must be all the result of that madman in your school. There's so much talent this year. Just saying that in Nanmian City next door, there is a girl with a 9-star healer. The 3rd high school student in Songyu City also has an 8-star enchanter, as well as many highly talented students. Our school also has a 9-star demon hunting ranger, Yan Zhe. An 8-star magic hammer warrior, Zhang Tang. Having said this, Wang Ting paused. And, Sword Master, Su Ming. Su Ming has never appeared in the rankings, therefore, I estimate that Su Ming has either been buried in the dungeon, or is hiding in the dungeon, not daring to fight the World of Warcraft. No matter which one it is, it means that Su Ming, the student, is almost gone, but I still have to say it, because Su Ming is a star talent, the only child with the same talent as Li Chengwang. Used to add momentum to your school. You can lose in ranking, but you can lose in momentum. If it were in the past few years, any one of these children would be the first in the rankings. But this year, I don't know why, so many top talented students have a blowout. The competition is too fierce, and our strength is stronger than in previous years. It's faster to clear the level, which is very normal. I am so eager to give all the credit to the students of Wuyang No. 3 Middle School, so as to avoid a slight price drop. Wang Ting's eyes narrowed slightly, and his words were sharp as he said that as a principal, is still very advanced in his judgment of the situation. These words have immediately made the teachers and principals in other cities and schools on the screen nod in agreement. Principal Wang is right. I agree. Several principals immediately stood up for Wang Ting. When Xie Shulong heard this, he smiled coldly. No matter what you say, Principal Wang, the number 1 in is our Wuyang No. 3 Middle School. Li Chengwang, our school also has 2 9-star talent and several 8-star talent. That the words are full of confidence and pride. Wuyang City is originally a first-tier city and has more resources than Xianjing, so this year we have more geniuses. 2 principals, please stop arguing. It is our family's good fortune to have high talent and many good seedlings. It's okay to have a quarrel over this matter. An old professor from another city said. Let's continue looking at the rankings. Wang Ting nodded and looked at the ranking list. On the surface, Hao lowered his head and spoke tit for tat, but in fact, is still a little worried. This year, a student must be in the top 3 before Xianjing City can come. There must be a top 3. Has already begun to pray secretly in his heart. The eyes of several teachers in Xianjing City were also filled with nervousness. Chapter 31 Competition between Principals. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 7th place, Undead Summoner Ji Yao, level 10. The name appeared on the leaderboard. The teachers at Xianjing No. 1 Middle School were shocked when they saw this name, and then they were surprised. Surprise. This female student is a summoner of the undead. Her talent is only 7 stars. She is so outstanding in today's society, but she ranks 7th in skill. That's great, you really give us a win. This girl must have worked very hard to kill monsters to reach level 10, that everyone has already begun to wonder. Jiao has worked harder. However, they did not know that it was Su Ming who killed the hidden boss and made her directly jump from level 7 to level 10. A teacher from the finance department raised his glasses and announced boldly, "Give her a place in today's scholarship." Several professors were all focused on the screen. The principal of Wuyang Middle School on the side sneered secretly when he saw this scene. Oh, a 7th place, so happy. Xianjing No. 1 Middle School is really in decline. Xie Shulong shook his head slowly and said jokingly, his sarcastic words are very arousing. Several principals stared at him with cold eyes and clenched their fists. People really want to say something to refute, but they can't. Today, Li Xinguang was born in Wuyang City, so Xie Shulong became endlessly arrogant and suppressed other schools. My lips are almost raised to the sky. This has attracted a lot of attention. The principals of several schools have long criticized him, but no student can defeat Li Chengwang. In the human world, one must speak with strength. There are no students under his command who can defeat Li Chengwang, so everyone can only watch him become arrogant. 6th place, Sand Controller Wei Sha, level 11. No, Demon Hunting Ranger Yan Zhe, level 12. Seeing this ranking, several teachers in the office of Xianjing No. 1 Middle School all looked overjoyed. Okay, 2 students from my No. 1 Middle School entered the top 10. That's great. Yan Zhe is great. The teachers were very happy. Wang Tingshan looked ugly when he saw this scene. This means that their clear qualifications for the Tianta club are gone. Yan Zhe is almost his only hope. This student has a 9-star talent, and he is also a hidden professional demon hunting ranger. From profession to talent, they are all one of a kind. Unexpectedly, I failed to enter the front. It's over, everything is over. Wang Tingshan's eyes became a little ugly. At this time, Xie Shulong accurately seized the opportunity and began to ridicule. Principal Wang, it seems the situation is optimistic. He looked at Wang Tingshan from the screen and joked. The words were full of provocation. The conclusion has been drawn, you are the first to win. Your entire Xianjing city has learned about the future. Ming, your Tianta association in Xianjing City will be eligible for government funding, and all of it will be given to us in Wuyang City. We have twice the resources. Thank you, our Wuyang City will become stronger and stronger. He smiled happily. the more resources, the better students can be produced, can always maintain status, as the saying goes, drought will kill you, and floods will kill you. This is the truth. When Wang Tingshan heard what he said, his face turned livid with anger, but can't send. The principals of major schools in other cities were extremely happy and couldn't stop watching, but no one could speak for him. There is no way, the students under his command are very talented, and the principal does not have the confidence to stand out. The list then flashes. 4th place, Magic Hammer Warrior Zhang Tang, level 12. At this time, the new players on the dungeon settlement page were all shocked. Zhang Tang will be one of the big families in the Dragon Kingdom, the eldest young master of the Zhang family, right? You guessed it right, it should be him. Yes, he is an 8-star talent. For a moment, the whole place was filled with shocked voices. In the conference room, Wang Tingshan looked cold when he saw this name. This was the last heavy blow to Wang Tingshan's heart. Zhang Tang, the legitimate son of the Zhang family, Master Zhang. Even though Wang Tingshan respected him as the principal, when he saw Zhang Tang, he had to smile and address him as Mr. Zhang. This shows the terrifying strength of his family. With the financial resources of his Zhang family, it is enough to give him the top equipment. After all, the Zhang family has so many resources. It is even possible that when Zhang Tang enters the dungeon, he will have a complete set of gold-level equipment. Gold equipment is the strongest equipment that newcomers can wear under level restrictions. That's still killing God when God blocks God, and killing Buddha when Buddha blocks Buddha. Given the rich heritage of the Zhang family, it is very common for Zhang Tang to be ranked higher than Yan Zhe. However, Zhang Tang only ranked 4th. This was undoubtedly the last straw that crushed the principal's hopes. Zhang Tang failed to enter the front. Well, in Xianjing No. 1 Middle School, the names of the most talented students have already appeared. Wang Tingshan's heart was bleeding and he was completely desperate. As for Su Ming, his name has never appeared on the rankings. He no longer had any hope for this student. Xia Shulong, who was standing by, was already very happy. Then, the ranking list flashed. Number 1, Soul Healer Jiang Yunqing, level 13. The number 1 is the genius among my Wuyang people, Jiang Yunqing. This girl is the second daughter of the Jiang'an group, and she must be very talented. This gave Xia Shulong the capital to be arrogant. Alas, it seems that the top positions today will be completely taken by my Wuyang city, that he said with joy. Wang Tingshan gritted his teeth, and his fists were shaking. Then, the second place was announced. Everyone's eyes trembled when they saw this name. Second place, Li Chengwang, level 14. The moment this list appeared, there was a small commotion on the World Channel. Li Chengwang, the sword maniac genius from Wuyang City. What's going on? Why is he ranked 2nd? Really? With the hidden sword maniac profession and 10-star talent, how come he is only ranked 2nd? I remember just now, he was ranked 1st. How come he suddenly became a loser? Damn, don't just look at the rankings. Although he is only ranked 2nd, he is already level 10. It's so scary. He has completed all the first-level tasks. It's so amazing. I'm only level 5. This is the difference in talent. But he is already level 14 and is still ranked 2nd. What kind of monster is the first one? The sound of people's discussion was endless. In the meeting room, all the principals and teachers were stunned for a moment, especially Xia Shulong. His expression was shocked beyond words. How could he be the 2nd place? He had high hopes for Li Chengwang, and Li Chengwang had received many resources and directly entered the dungeon with gold-level weapons. How could he only be the 2nd place? No matter what, he couldn't understand it. Seeing that Li Chengwang was the 2nd place, many other college teachers and principals began to discuss. Chapter 32 A-Level Bloodline, 1/2. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 32 A-Level Bloodline. Hiss. Could it be that there are hidden masters this year? Is there a student with higher talent than Li Chengwang? Some of the principals dared not believe it. Xia Shulong looked ugly. At this time, some people even began to mock him. Principal Xia, it seems that this year, Wuyang 3 can't take the top 3. that the principal of Nanmian City Warrior Vocational College mocked. His words pierced Xie Shulong's heart like a needle. His face was livid, and he looked at the list with a look of superstition. He wanted to see who was the first. He was able to suppress his sword maniac Li Chengwang, his most proud student. Then, the next ranking appeared. First place, Sword Master, Su Ming, level 16. Sword Master Su Ming, ranked first. The moment they saw this name, shock exploded in everyone's brain like thunder. The whole place was silent. Only on the World Channel, the players of this dungeon were discussing it crazily. Fuck. How is it possible? Sword Master, the weakest Sword Master in the early stage, only slightly stronger than the living profession. Su Wei, oh, Su Ming. He can actually get the first place. He cheated. Rematch. This guy, he is a nobleman, and there is no family background to buy him a godly outfit. His profession is also okay. How did he get the first place? Do you know? He is a 10-star talent Sword Master, and the Sword Madman Li Chengwang are the same. Don't joke, okay? A 10-star talented Sword Master and a 10-star talented Sword Madman, can they be the same concept? The Sword Madman killed the Sword Master at will, but the Sword Madman took second place and the Sword Master took first place. If you tell others, I'm afraid others will believe it. But the supreme rules of the copy world will lie to people. This is true. It's really too hard to believe. In the conference room, all the principals, teachers, and professors were stunned for a long time. Everyone's face was extremely shocked, especially Xie Shulong. It was like a different person. His eyes were all unbelievable. The previous arrogance disappeared completely. Wang Tingshan stared at the ranking screen in front of him. He was more shocked than Xie Shulong. He knew the situation of Su Ming the student best. Although he had a 10-star talent, his profession was too weak, so no big power was willing to give him equipment and investment. Only he, the principal, gave him a piece of silver quality equipment. In this case, Su Ming could actually be the first. What kind of opportunity and strength does this require? Wang Tingshan looked at this scene and was slow to come back to his senses. After a long time, he woke up from the shock. His fists were bleeding, and his heart was extremely excited. Good. That he clapped his hands and laughed. When he looked at the rankings, his mood was like a roller coaster. Originally, he thought that there would be no more students in Xianjing who were not ranked in the top 3 this year. Unexpectedly, in the end, it was Su Ming who gave him a huge surprise. He only made it into the top 3, and he was the first. It's over. Yan Zhe and Zhang Tang didn't do it. Xianjing School has a history of 10 years since its establishment. And there is no one who has been the first student in the novice copy. Novice copies are like college entrance examinations, and the competition is extremely fierce, and Xianjing City is originally a small city, and the teaching resources here are also very ordinary, so it is naturally difficult to have geniuses, and Su Ming did it. He successfully brought Xianjing School and the entire Xianjing City to success. Next year, he will not only retain the qualification for the Tianta Club, but even more. Next year, there may be 12 Tianta Club tokens issued and distributed to the next batch of students, and these are all what Su Ming, as a senior, has fought for his younger brothers and sisters. It can be said that he is a well-deserved hero of Xianjing No. 1 School, and even all the students, principals, and leaders in Xianjing City. In the conference room, all the teachers cheered. On the other hand, Principal Xie Shulong of Wuyang City, at this moment, he seemed to have aged a few years, and his face was pale. He dared not believe this fact at all. Maybe. He murmured, Xianjing No. 1 School actually won the first place. If Li Chengwang failed to get the first place, then next year, part of the teaching resources of all colleges and universities in Wuyang City will be transferred to Xianjing City. Every year, the total number of Tianta Club qualification quotas is fixed, and the number of clubs will also increase. Which city has stronger schools will have more qualifications next year. Wuyang City's performance this year is also poor, and it will definitely have the qualification to participate in the Tianta conference next year, so it will not be able to recover from the setback. However, A large number of teaching resources originally belonging to Wuyang City will be transferred to Xianjing City. At that time, he will definitely be held accountable by the mayor and many bigwigs in the bureau. It can be said that Xianjing City has won a great victory. At this moment, his heart was about to break. At this time, Wang Tingshan smiled slightly. He looked at Xie Shulong calmly. Principal Xie, how come you, a genius swordsman, have been surpassed by my student? Wang Tingshan strolled leisurely in the garden, brewed a pot of tea, and said with a smile. The sarcasm level was directly maxed out. Several teachers also echoed. Principal Xie, your Wuyang City seems to be too good. I wonder if you can repeat it again, how arrogant you were just now. The principals of the other cities were also smiling. Principal Xie, if you contact that knife-crazy student, give a speech for the second place, we are all happy to participate. TSK, Principal Xie, where was your arrogant look just now? We are still a little used to being so silent all of a sudden. Everyone said with a smile. At this time, Xie Shulong hated to find a crack in the ground to crawl into. It's still the same old saying, young people in the world, speak with facts. His school failed to get the first place and was surpassed by Xianjing City, then whatever he said was just a sophistry. Now he was humiliated and could only remain silent. He gritted his teeth and turned off the screen. He disappeared from the scene. He simply ran away. It's boring, running away in disgrace. Wuyang City didn't suffer much damage. After all, they are also a city with a long history and many talents. Even if they only get second place this year, there will be too few teaching resources next year. Only a part of it will be transferred to Xianjing City in the future. This is a normal flow of funds. The teachers chatted. He just felt too embarrassed. The more arrogant he was just now, the more embarrassed he is now. All the depressing atmosphere disappeared. It was all thanks to Wang Tingshan, who vented the anger of all the city and all the college presidents. This year, Wuyang City showed its edge, and all the colleges and universities were overwhelmed. Fortunately, at this time, a boy from Xianjing won the first place, which dampened his spirit. Principal Wang, what is the origin of your sword master? Yes, he is quite strong. We have never heard you mention him. Wang Tingshan just smiled meaningfully. If you principals ask, I will tell you everything. Actually, this student surprised me too. He said. His words obviously could not convince everyone. Everyone smiled slightly, thinking that Wang Tingshan had expected it. He deliberately hid this trick. TSK, Principal Wang, you actually hid the genius student. You rarely mention this student. I will exchange 4 5-star talented students with you, and transfer Su Ming's student status to me. A group of principals said. Wang Tingshan just smiled faintly, blew on the teacup, drank a cup, and remained silent, hiding his merits and fame. The conference room was very lively. Window, _tabula equals window, _tabula, _tabula. Push, mode, thumbs, feed, 01, container, tabula, below, article, thumbnail, 300x250, placement. Below article thumbnail, 300 by 250, target _type, mix. At this time, Su Ming was on the copy settlement page, looking at a panel in front of him, ranked first. Reward, opportunity to buy low-level items at a discount in the 10,000 Races store X1, customized title card X1, 10,000 Races coins X30,000, random bloodline blessing X1. The next moment, a brilliant light was injected into Su Ming's body. His eyes kept changing. Bloodline. This is a powerful and rare power. I didn't expect the reward to be a random gift of a bloodline power. I wonder what kind it will be. I saw the characters jumping in my mind. Newborn vampire, E-level bloodline, wound cell remodeling, A, long family orphan, S, earth spirit root monk, zombie body, F, human holy body, S, it was simply too much to watch. Finally, the bloodline stopped at a dark blue character and was completed randomly. Lobsterman blood, C, an evolutionary branch of human blood thousands of years ago, now extinct on the blue planet. There is a gene expression of the immortal creature lobster in your blood, which allows you to shed your skin every 5 years to restore your young body, but the lifespan limit is still the same as that of ordinary people. Su Ming looked at this and his eyes froze. This blood is really hard to accept. Once the lobsterman blood is bound, will you look like a lobster? This is the biggest worry. The effect is not bad, it is equivalent to not aging. This effect is very powerful, enough to shed your skin every 5 years and restore your young body. Su Ming directly used the sublimation of all things to upgrade this blood. As long as it is a copy reward, it can be sublimated. Sublimation successful. Immortal body, A. You have a thin stream of emperor blood flowing through your veins, which allows you to never age and live a little longer than an ordinary job changer. When your lifespan is over, you will still die young. Su Ming was overjoyed. Fortunately, after sublimation, you are not a lobster, and you don't need to shed your shell. The next moment, a powerful and hot force poured into your body. It lasted for a moment before dissipating. Su Ming clenched his fist and didn't feel any difference. There was no improvement in the attributes. You are immortal, but not yet immortal. He murmured, this bloodline is basically useless for fighting, so it is only A level, but I am already satisfied. After a few years, everyone will grow old, even the most powerful professional will become weak. I will always stand. It's a pity that my lifespan is still the same as that of ordinary people, that is to say, on the day when his lifespan reaches its limit, Su Ming will still die. After receiving the settlement rewards, Su Ming's personal space has 30,000 more Wanzu coins, NA. Card, customized title card. You can give yourself a fake title to show off to others. This kind of title card is very, very expensive, and can be sold at a sky-high price of millions of advent coins in the market. Su Ming used to be short of money, but now he is not short of money, so he chose it for himself. Su Ming gave it a simple name. Killing God. In the previous life, he was the Killing God. In this life, Killing God is his title. After this title is equipped, it does not affect Su Ming's title attributes. From now on, Su Ming will use this title instead of all his actions in the copy. This way, you can hide your actions, and even the copy settlement will not show your real name. This way you don't have to show off your strengths and can protect yourself. Su Ming likes to keep a low profile. He looked at his personal information. Su Ming. Title. God of Killing. Effective titles. First Blood. Newcomer King. Level. Level 16. 2455 //8000 experience. Profession. Sword God. Mythical. The only one in the world. Strength. 50. Constitution. 60. Agility. 130. Spirit. 90. Luck. 50. Bloodline. Immortal body. A. Talents. Sublimation of all things. Origin sword body. Automatic cultivation. Skills. God of Killing. Full hide. Hidden God step. Insightful eyes. Thunder sword art. Sword draw. Sword master. Continuous rain sword. Sword control. Skyfall sword tomb. Su Ming has already allocated all the attribute points. Add the First Blood title and the Newcomer King title to the attribute bonus. Now the attributes are already very terrifying. There are basically no shortcomings in all aspects. The number of skills far exceeds that of the job changers of the same level. The agility attribute reaches a full 120 points. The faster the agility, the faster the speed. Then the sword skills that require speed attributes are more powerful. Therefore, Su Ming is now invincible at the same level. The copy settlement is completely completed. Su Ming left this empty space, appeared in his own bedroom. I finally finished the copy. It's really a bit tiring. Su Ming sighed and stretched. Suddenly, two voices came from his mind. Skills. Sword flash. Thunder sword skills proficiency maxed out. Skill upgrade. Sword draw and slash. Silver top grade. Return the sword into the sheath, and then make a violent charge and slash, with strong penetration. Thunder sword technique. Upgraded to silver top grade. Thunder sword technique. Silver top grade. Can wrap thunder around your sword blade. Even if the blade is not in your hand, you can activate it. The improvement of the sword draw and slash skill. Su Ming felt it was just a small wave of improvement. The thunder sword technique is the real qualitative change. It can activate thunder from a distance and wrap it around the sword blade. This means that Su Ming can use the sword control technique to attach thunder damage to the sword remotely. It's a bit fierce. Su Ming was secretly happy. His current strength is already very terrifying. It won't be long before the second transformation. With the automatic cultivation talent, you can increase your proficiency even if you lie down, and your skills will continue to upgrade. He opened his personal space and looked at the large amount of loot in it. All of them were exploded from the dungeon: iron cutting bone, Wolf King's organ. These two are forging materials exploded from the silver-backed Wolf King, which can be used to forge and strengthen weapons or other equipment. Mutated cave ole meat X18. This meat tastes great and can be sold at a high price. There are also a lot of other materials, for example, the mutant black tortoise shell, carnivorous ape, monster eyeball. There are also many bronze-level equipment that Su Ming can't use. There are wolf bone shield, lighting necklace, etc. Su Ming is ready to discard these. Too much. All can be put up for auction. Su Ming counted his supplies and then put them all up for auction. Chapter 33, Spiritual Blade, Self-Healing Factor, 1/2. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 33, Spiritual Blade, Self-Healing Factor. Su Ming made a rough calculation and found that when he sells all these things, he should be able to earn about 150,000 Advent coins. It can be said that I am short of money in a short period of time. In the Dragon Kingdom, 500,000 Advent coins can buy a house in the right location. I want to know that the purchase of 150,000 Advent coins is very high. If it is an ordinary laborer, this amount of money is enough to give him freedom. If he is squeezed again, he will have no problem living for decades. If you are an ordinary job changer, this much money is enough to buy several sets of powerful equipment. Su Ming looked at his personal information column. By killing the boss, I was assigned 10,000 points of 10,000 race coins. Then he ranked first and got another 30,000 Wanzu coins. Now, he has a total of 40,000. This is a very precious universal currency that can buy anything you want in the Wanjie store. Su Ming opened Wanjie store. His gaze swept across it. The dazzling list made him dizzy. Equipment, weapons, mythical beasts, elixirs, bloodline, these are all categories. There are more detailed classifications below. For example, weapons. The following breakdown list includes knives, swords, axes, darts, staffs, etc. The weapon types of all professions are all different, from the lowest white-quality ordinary weapons to legendary weapons. There are many types. Of course, also heat the type of weapon. Gun. After Advent, the physical rules of the world changed. Many thermal weapons that humans used have lost their effectiveness, for example, missiles, guns, nuclear weapons, etc. These technologies are completely unusable and have been abandoned long ago. Today's firearms are basically postmodern technology. Firearms that use some kind of thermal energy crystal to provide kinetic energy. The base material of the gun body and bullets is generally composed of the corpses and skeletal materials of various monsters. The bullets consumed by firearm weapons are worth a few cents, so most people can afford to use them. To make guns, requires a blacksmith with the gun-making skill, can do it. The vast majority of career changers use cold weapons. Now I have a complete set of platinum equipment. With my current level, I can say it is more than enough. It is completely sufficient. Diamond level equipment, even if you purchase it, you will definitely be able to equip it. Su Ming touched his chin and said slowly, Su Ming currently lacks weapons and equipment, so he does not continue browsing the weapon list, is looking at something else. There are so many things in the store. Su Ming glanced at it roughly. In the mythical beast column, he found some interesting magical beasts. Living mutant poisonous python eggs. Level F. It takes 90 days to hatch mutant poisonous python larvae. The mutated poisonous python is a relatively common monster that only appears in dungeons. In the forest behind the human city, this kind of mutated python is entrenched. Although their levels are low, they are still high-level monsters, but it is very lethal, and the venom from the teeth can easily kill you. The most important thing is that this kind of snake has very powerful ability to advance. Let them devour the corpses of powerful monsters, and they will be able to continuously complete the molting in progress. If you can keep one as a pet, would be great, but this snake egg is only the lowest F grade, but its price reaches 510,000 clan points. Su Ming felt that it was not very worthwhile. Moreover, the hatching time is too long, it takes 90 days to hatch the larvae, it will take another 1 or 2 years for the larvae to grow up and become adults that can truly fight. Su Ming obviously doesn't have that much time to waste now. He thought about it for a moment, but gave up buying the snake egg. There are also some other monsters for you to choose from: juvenile seedling slime, a burning red slime, which can activate low-level flame spells to burn enemies. When you are hungry in the instance, can dig it up and eat it like jelly. It will automatically regenerate and can be used as your portable dry food. Price: 100 million clan coins. Adult mountain-swallowing python, a super mutated python with a body length of more than 20 meters. It can easily kill most ordinary monsters below level 5. It is your second choice for protection in the dungeon. But it's best to raise it in the city. Price: 6 million wanzu coins. Ancient black bird egg, the black bird of destiny, descending to give birth to Shan. Top-notch ancient beasts. Price: 80 million wanzu coins. Su Ming's scalp felt numb when he saw it. It's expensive, too damn expensive. I became the number 1 in the novice dungeon, and I only had 40,000 10,000 race coins, so I could only buy some F, E, and D grade exotic beasts. He thought about it and let it go. Then, he focused his attention on bloodline and skills. These two things can really enhance his body. No matter how much money he spends, he will feel distressed. Su Ming looked at it for a while and immediately bought a sword skill, spiritual blade, silver top grade. Consumption of energy, can condense an illusory sword blade, driven by will, suspended in mid-air to cut the enemy. After acquiring this skill, pair it with a sword. It was like Su Ming could control 2 swords at the same time and kill the enemy in the air. The skill of flying swords can of course control multiple weapons at the same time to kill enemies in mid-air. However, it consumes too much mental energy and cannot be sustained. With this skill, Su Ming's ability to fight enemies from a distance will be greatly improved. The most important thing is, with this skill, you will not leave the murder weapon behind when you kill someone. Su Ming said in a concentrated voice, after killing an enemy, the spiritual blade can disappear out of thin air. This will not leave any trace. Killing people in a copy, of course, requires this method, but on Blue Star, with this skill, it is much more convenient. Then Su Ming exchanged a C-level blood in the extraordinary blood store. Self-healing factor, C. Due to a special genetic inheritance, the number of cell divisions in your body can exceed the Hayflick limit. Effect: your self-healing speed is far faster than that of ordinary people. After being injured, you can quickly heal yourself at the cost of consuming your spirit. This bloodline can allow Su Ming to obtain ordinary self-healing ability. Unfortunately, this bloodline is a trophy, so it cannot be sublimated, but Su Ming is satisfied. Su Ming has many attack skills and is very fierce, the body movement of dodging and the instant invincibility of the hidden step. He is very strong in all aspects, except self-healing. This is his only shortcoming. Relying only on the blood recovery of killing enemies with the Xiangang blood sword is too weak, so he chose to exchange a bloodline to make up for his shortcomings in blood recovery. There are many bloodlines that can enhance the body's healing ability, but they are either too expensive or have negative attributes. For example, vampire bloodlines can recover blood after sucking blood, and the self-healing speed is very fast, but becoming a vampire means that the thirst for blood will accompany Su Ming for the rest of his life. He can no longer see the sun, the negative effects are maxed out. The self-healing ability of werewolves is very strong, but the price is that they will lose their minds on the night of the full moon. So after thinking it over, Su Ming still exchanged this most useful self-healing factor. Consuming mental energy can quickly restore blood without side effects. This can save a lot of healing potions. The 10,000 races coins were completely consumed, just spent. A normal C-level bloodline requires at least 100,000 10,000 races coins, but Su Ming won the first place in the dungeon, and got a chance to buy low-level bloodlines at a discount. So he can use 40,000 to buy C-level bloodlines. Suddenly, a message notification appeared in Su Ming's personal panel. It turned out to be sent by the principal, Wang Tingshan. Student Su Ming, this is the principal. Please come to my office. I have something to say. Seeing this message, Su Ming smiled. It should be related to the Tianta Club. This is a tradition. The Tianta Club is an organization with a very long history. it was established by the Dragon Country. Once you join, you are basically a registered job changer. You can take on some dungeon tasks and hunting tasks that ordinary people don't have the opportunity to take, and get a lot of rewards, of course. The difficulty of such tasks is usually very high. You got the first place in the dungeon ranking, so I guess the school will benefit from it. Su Ming smiled calmly. He has rich social experience and naturally knows how the network of interests works. Only he can qualify for the Tianta Club. Even next year, all the juniors and seniors in Xianjing City will be able to get more teaching resources support. Principal. I've said it before, if you invest, you will be disappointed. He whispered. Then Su Ming walked out of the dormitory and went to the principal's office. At this moment, in another city, Weiyang City, in a luxurious high-rise building, a girl radiated white light all over her body and returned from the dungeon. She landed at home, looking at the familiar environment, as if she had been reborn. She sighed deeply. Ha! I survived. The novice dungeon is full of dangers. Even though she is the second daughter of Jiang'an group, she almost died at the hands of Goblin. Moreover, it will be a tragic death after being insulted and tortured, so when she thinks back now, she is still scared. Luckily I met Su Ming, otherwise I would have been dead. At this time, several people pushed the door open. It was her parents and sister. Yunqing. Jiang Lan showed joy on her face and ran over quickly. You succeeded. Don't worry about it. She rushed forward and gave her sister a big hug. Jiang Lan was a job changer and had participated in the Battle of the Novice Copy. She knew how fierce the battle was. If you are not careful, you will die without a burial place, so she has been worried about her sister. Luckily, Jiang Yunqing survived. Jiang Yunqing nodded. Yeah. Mom and Dad, I'm back. Then she looked at her parents expectantly. Her mother was very gentle and nodded slightly. Yunqing, your father and I have heard that you even got the first place in the ranking. Mom will give you some pocket money later. Jiang Yunqing's mother smiled kindly and said with a smile, although she is already in her teens, she still has her charm. Jiang Yunqing nodded, but her eyes were always staring at her mother. She has always been looking forward to her mother's approval. Her mother is Jiang Yongli, the director of Jiang'an Consortium. He has always adopted an iron fist policy in the business world and has defeated countless hostile companies. He can be said to be a tough guy. Jiang Yunqing has never felt love from him, only severity. Yunqing, you have finally grown up. But today, Jiang Yongli showed a kind smile for the first time. His temples were slightly white and he slowly stepped forward. Jiang Yunqing's eyes were stunned. She had never seen her mother's smile before. An auxiliary healing professional can be promoted to level 13 as a novice assistant, which is unprecedented. It just makes my Jiang family's reputation so great. Very good. As expected of my daughter, Jiang Yongli, he seemed extremely happy. He stepped forward and patted his daughter on the shoulder. Seeing this scene, Jiang Yunqing was relieved and his eyes were red. Growing up, her parents had given her a high-pressure education, and she was rarely praised. In fact, she could see that after the awakening ceremony, her mother was very disappointed when she found out that she had a healing profession. Jiang Yunqing has always been under great pressure. She has always been afraid that she will not get the grades. As the young lady of Jiang's consortium, she has a heavy burden on her. She represents the family's face, so she must move forward. Now, there is finally a result. Dear, I am proud of my achievements. She felt like she was finally over. Dear, actually, the fact that I was able to reach level 13 is not entirely due to my own fault. Jiang Yunqing said. Jiang Yongli just nodded after hearing this. His smile faded slightly, but the love in his eyes did not diminish. Daughter, of course you don't need to tell me about this, I know. You are an auxiliary healing professional. Of course, you cannot kill the monsters by yourself. You must form a team. To be able to bring you to such a high level, that student is probably no ordinary person. Tell me, who took you? I will personally find someone to send him a congratulatory gift. Jiang Yongli said with a smile, the love in his eyes undisguised. He actually loves Jiang Yunqing, his second daughter. However, he is not superficial, because he knows that children in this world must be under pressure in order to be motivated. If he dotes on her too much, Jiang Yunqing, his second daughter, will degenerate and accomplish nothing, so he put a lot of pressure on her from childhood to adulthood. Now that she has finally achieved something, she no longer has to put pressure on herself. From now on, the sky will be high and the sea will be vast, just as the fish leaps. Let Jiang Yunqing develop on his own. As a mother-in-law, I just need to be behind her back and give her the best support. Jiang Yunqing nodded and said immediately. Dad, that person is a sword master, his name is Su Ming. After saying this, Jiang Yongli frowned slightly. Which one ranks number 1? Su Ming defeated Li Xinguang, the strongest 10-star sword-mad student in Wuyang City. That there was a little shock in his eyes. He really didn't expect that his daughter would form a team with him. What he originally thought was that his daughter would be on a team with Li Xinguang, or some highly talented student in the city. This is really unexpected, not to mention him. Even his wife, S. eldest daughter Jiang Lan, was a little surprised when she heard these words. Yunqing, are you saying that it was the ungrateful Su Ming who took you under his wing? Jiang Lan took a step forward, her eyes a little unbelievable. Isn't he very arrogant and rejected my deal? She asked doubtfully. Jiang Yunqing was silent for a moment after hearing this, and then spoke. Sister, it's a long story. However, Su Mingxue is a good person. She said firmly. Jiang Lan frowned slightly when he heard this, but didn't say anything. She had a very bad impression of Su Ming, but since his sister praised him so much, he wouldn't say anything more. She actually didn't have much objection to Su Ming. After all, it was normal for young people to be arrogant. Jiang Yongli looked at his daughter with a serious look in his eyes. A swordsman, but in the assistant, the upgrade progress can surpass the 10-star sword madness. This Su Ming really makes me a little curious. He narrowed his eyes slightly and said. Daughter, if you have time, you have to tell me carefully what happened in the scene. He said seriously to Jiang Yunqing. He vaguely felt that Su Ming was an extremely suitable investment target. He is a director of Jiang'an Consortium and has been fighting in the business world all his life. Many companies have his investments and shareholdings. He knows better than anyone how valuable a job changer with a strong talent who has not yet emerged is worth. It is like a gold mine that has not been discovered by the public. If I can make arrangements in advance and gain his favor, Jiang'an Consortium will have a powerful ally in the future. In this way, when he passes away, his 2 daughters can have protection in the world. Jiang Yunqing nodded. By the way, I will ask someone to send a big gift to that young man Su Ming later. After all, I brought my daughter with me on the bus. The gift cannot be too light, otherwise it will look like my daughter has lost value. Jiang Yongli waved boldly and said with a smile. At this time, Jiang Yunqing asked weakly, Dad, what are you going to give him? Jiang Yongli was extremely confident and smiled calmly. His temples were slightly gray, and he looked very confident. A golden weapon is worth at least hundreds of thousands of advent coins. For a child from a poor family like him, it is definitely a heavyweight. He had already inquired about Su Ming's life experience and information in advance. After all, Jiang'an Consortium has many capable people under its command and rich information channels. It is his usual style to decide what gift to give based on the other party's social status, the smallest cost, the best result. Gold-level weapons are indeed very good gifts for ordinary job changers. For ordinary people, the highest level trophy in the novice subgame is basically gold. Only monsters like Su Ming, who have the sublimation of all things, can get a large number of platinum-level rewards. Jiang Yunqing was speechless when he heard this. She pouted, feeling very unhappy. At this moment, she thought, Dad, do you know what equipment Su Ming has in the subgame? A complete set of platinum equipment. The value is 10 times different from your gold gift. If you give this kind of thing to Su Ming, he may even disdain it. The most important thing is that Su Ming gave her a platinum top-grade skill scroll. This skill scroll alone is worth millions of advent coins. She suddenly felt that she was really looking down on him. So she shook her head slowly and said with disappointment. Dad. Su Ming saved my life. As soon as he said this, Jiang Yongli's face suddenly became serious and his smile withdrew. I see. There was a gleam in his eyes. He saved his daughter's life. It seems that his gift just now was indeed careless. His evaluation of Su Ming in his heart has risen to a higher level. Yes, Su Ming is a level 16 job changer. He must have his opportunities. Giving a gold-level weapon to someone is indeed a bit of an underestimation. During this period, I was too busy and nervous, and my judgment was a bit wrong. Sorry, my daughter. It was my father who was careless. I will have someone send him a reward later. Don't worry, the value will definitely satisfy you. When Su Ming saved Jiang Yinqing's life, the meaning of this gift changed. It is not just a gift, it represents the importance of Jiang Yinqing, his daughter, in the eyes of his father. Therefore, he has decided to spend some money and give a big gift. At this time, an old man in a suit, who looked elegant, walked slowly outside the door. He knocked on the door gently. Chairman, there is an important meeting. Jiang Yongli nodded. Yunqing, I have a meeting later, you guys should rest at home first. Notify me if you have anything. Then he turned and left, closing the door. Mr. Lei, what meeting is so urgent? Jiang Yongli said as he walked. He looked a little solemn. The old man's name is Lei Chen, a professional. He is his personal secretary and bodyguard, and currently the financial manager of Jiang'an Group. He has already notified that if there is nothing else, he should not be disturbed today. But Mr. Lei still disturbed him. This shows that the situation is very serious. Butler Lei looked solemn and opened a panel in front of him. Chairman, this is a serious matter. The Zhang family has recently been attacking our crystal mining and sales business across the country. They are competing for the market and have even resorted to illegal violence. Many of our merchants, branch company bosses, and wholesalers have been secretly killed by the Zhang family's killers. During this period, we have suffered heavy losses. After these words, Jiang Yongli's face became solemn. The Zhang family is getting more and more excessive. His eyes were a little cold. Jiang'an Group is one of the largest chaebols in Longguo. Of course, he couldn't stand it. A secret war between a large consortium and a large family is slowly brewing. Window_Tabula equals window_Tabula_Tabula dot push mode, thumbs, feed, 01, container, Tabula, below, article, thumbnail, 300x250, placement, below article thumbnail, 300 by 250, target_type, mix. Chapter 34 Join the Tianta Club. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xianjing, number 1 middle school. In the school meeting room, Su Ming walked in slowly. The principal and a group of teachers had been waiting here for a long time. In addition to him, there were 3 students, Zhang Tang, Ji Yao, and Yan Zhe. When the teachers saw Su Ming, they couldn't stop smiling. Su Ming, come quickly. Su Ming walked to Ji Yao's side. Zhang Tang looked at Su Ming, and a gloomy light flashed in his eyes. I have already guessed who killed the world boss. Who else except Su Ming? From the beginning to the end of the subdivision, there are only a few hours in total. Even if it is a meat grinder, it can't reach level 16 by slaughtering monsters in the subdivision, unless Su Ming kills the world boss. Only with this possibility can you reach level 16 and take the first place. It was Su Ming who messed up your plan and prevented you from killing the boss. He took away your first place. Zhang Tang clenched his fists, his heart filled with gloom. This novice deputy is very important to you. This is an opportunity for you to prove yourself to the family. It is extremely precious. However, it was destroyed by Su Ming. At this moment, your heart was full of jealousy and hatred. You know, although the Zhang family has all-powerful means and unfathomable background, it is one of the 3 major families in Longguo, but the Zhang family is not a monolithic entity. It can be said that the forces are intertwined. Although you are the eldest son of the head of the family, Zhang Tianlong, it does not mean that you can inherit the Zhang family 100% in the future. With the elders and the old men in the board of directors, the Zhang family is not 100% controlled by my father, so this novice deputy is very important to me. I need to show enough potential and strength to win over more people in the Zhang family and use them for my own benefit. At this moment, in addition to resentment, there are doubts in my heart. Su Ming is just a sword master. Even if he has a star talent, he is very weak in the early stage. How did I kill the hidden boss? This is what Zhang Tang is most puzzled about. Another point is the whereabouts of Ren Xiaoman. Since I sent Ren Xiaoman to find Su Ming, there has been no news. no means can be used to contact him. In the ranking list of deputy settlements, I did not see Ren Xiaoman's name. Could it be that Ren Xiaoman is dead? Thinking of this, Zhang Tang stepped forward and showed Su Ming a hypocritical smile. Su Ming, congratulations on getting the first place. I have something to ask you. Have you seen Ren Xiaoman recently? Hearing this, Su Ming's face was calm. No. Only these 3 words, plain as water. See Su Ming's reaction. Zhang Tang's eyes were shocked. A hint of chill flashed in his eyes. You. He held back a word, but didn't say it in the end. He stepped back slowly and stopped negotiating with Su Ming. He stood in the middle of the 4 people and lowered his head slightly. No one was looking at him. At this moment, his eyes were fixed on the ground, full of gloom. That's right, he saw it, or rather, Su Ming never wanted to hide it since he came. Su Ming has always been Ren Xiaoman's licker, so Zhang Tang sent Ren Xiaoman to approach and seduce him. However, now that he mentioned Ren Xiaoman's name, Su Ming was completely unmoved, as if he had become a different person. This is really abnormal. Anyone with a discerning eye would associate and discover something. It is estimated that Su Ming knew about his and Ren Xiaoman's plans through some means. Su Ming should have known his thoughts and was hostile to him. Then there is no need to pretend anymore, and there is no need to negotiate anymore. Zhang Tang clenched his fists and recalled Su Ming's eyes just now. The indifference and ruthlessness shown by Su Ming made Zhang Tang feel strange. He even suspected that Su Ming had killed Ren Xiaoman. This is not impossible. Su Ming was originally just a poor boy, but he became the deputy first. This shows that he is not as harmless as he seems. Looking at Su Ming's eyes that seem to have everything under control, it is hard for Zhang Tang not to speculate that Su Ming is actually a thoughtful person who has been forbearing for many years. This kind of person is the most terrifying. The more Zhang Tang thought about it, the deeper his murderous intent became. If people like Su Ming are allowed to develop, it will be a hidden danger for himself and even the Zhang family. A genius who is not used by himself is an enemy and must be killed. Otherwise, he will definitely be retaliated by Su Ming in the future. In his heart, he made up his mind, I have to find a time to have someone kill Su Ming. A sneer appeared on the corner of his mouth, but he was not too worried about it. Although Su Ming surprised him for a moment, that was all. Genius. The Zhang family is least afraid of geniuses. With the background of an entire family, it is easy to kill this guy. It is like crushing an ant. Su Ming looked at Zhang Tang with his peripheral vision, his face calm. He could only guess what Zhang Tang was thinking. Su Ming didn't care at all, to be honest. If the situation allowed, Su Ming wanted to use the sword to kill Zhang Tang instantly when they met just now, but he didn't. There were too many witnesses here, including teachers and principals. Most importantly, Su Ming didn't know what quality of life-saving equipment Zhang Tang had. The Zhang family has a deep foundation, even more majestic than a behemoth like the Jiangan Consortium. Zhang Tang must have extremely powerful life-saving equipment. With his current strength, he may not be killed if he acts rashly, so Su Ming calmed down. What he wanted was to kill him with one blow. If that doesn't work, then look for other opportunities. Su Ming has plenty of time. At this time, Wang Tingshan walked in front of everyone, with a smile on his face. It was obvious that he was in a good mood. Ji Yao, Zhang Tang, Yan Zhe, and Su Ming classmate. You are the pride of No. 1 middle school. I brought you here today to announce something very important. As he said that, Wang Tingshan waved his hand. Several teachers, holding 4 brocade boxes, came in front of everyone. Su Ming opened the box and found a jade-white token in it. In it, there was a pattern of a pagoda with 100 layers of gold patterns. It was the token of the Tianta Club. This is the token of the Tianta Club. There are several quotas every year, a total of 4 in Xianjing City, and this year our No. 1 middle school has taken them all. I will distribute them to you now. Wang Tingshan said with a smile. Anyone can see that today is a great time. Thank you for your battle in the Vice Middle School. From today on, you will officially graduate. The Tianta Club is a heavy responsibility and represents a limitless future. Later, there will be a senior from the Tianta Club who will take you to participate in the initiation ceremony. While saying this, Wang Tingshan looked at Su Ming. It can be said that Su Ming alone turned the tide and saved Xianjing No. 1 middle school. there was a strong admiration in his eyes. He was even a little impatient to see where Su Ming would soar in the future. At this time, several young people wearing modern and sophisticated equipment walked slowly forward from the side. They all had a token of the Tianta Club on their waists. Obviously, they were the seniors sent by the Tianta Club to pick them up. Everyone, come with us. As they said that, several people tapped the Tianta Club token with their fingers, then, they disappeared immediately, entered the other dimension. Gee, I was a little surprised. I didn't expect that this token could be used for teleportation. Yanzei imitated their actions and tapped it. The next moment, the whole person disappeared on the spot. Zhang Tang and Ji Yao did the same. Su Ming tapped it lightly. The next moment, everyone entered a strange space. This is a city with ancient buildings, just like the ancient architectural style of the Dragon Kingdom, but the sky here is golden. Without the sun, moon, and stars, the streets were bustling with job changers wearing black robes and tokens tied around their waists. People were carrying all kinds of weapons and equipment, and they all looked very hurried. In the center of the distance, there was a tall tower that soared into the clouds. It looked like it had at least 100 floors. This is the headquarters of the Tianta Club, the Tianta realm, that the seniors who guided Su Ming said. Everyone here is a member of the Tianta Club. Only when you are not in combat and in the safe area of humans can you enter here by tapping the token. You can't come in during the parade or during the battle. This is a space that is self-contained and very stable. The guide introduced. Next, follow me, I'll take you to complete the initiation ceremony. Ji Yao, Su Ming, Zhang Tang, and Yanzei followed quickly. Along the way, we also saw many new talents from other provinces, cities, and schools. This world is very spacious, and there are all kinds of facilities, auction houses, sword forging shops, equipment casting shops. There are too many. This is a one-stop world. You can get everything you want here, but the most important function is to accept tasks. The nature of the Tianta Club is actually a bounty club. Soon, everyone crossed the street and arrived at a luxurious hall. Inside the hall, there were many teams accepting tasks. On the wall, there were a variety of bounty tasks posted. Su Ming's face was calm, but there was no surprise in his eyes. It can even be said that he is already familiar with this set of procedures. Before that, he joined the Tianta Club. Chapter 35 D-Level Mission, 1/2. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 35 D-Level Mission. Several seniors in charge of the reception led Su Ming and others to the innermost area. This is a luxurious hall, with several maids standing under a screen. Give these newcomers the task of joining the club. The senior in charge of the reception led the group to the front and said. Okay. The woman had a beautiful face and showed a professional smile. She then moved quickly and tapped her fingers. Many taskbars suddenly appeared on the large screen. Several new hunters, please choose your own tasks. Complete any task and you can officially become a member of the Tianta Club. Her smile was very charming, but her words were even more charming. Formally join the Tianta Club. These 7 words carry supreme magic. Of the hundreds of millions of job changers every year, only tens of thousands can join the Tianta Club. Being a member of the Tianta Club means supreme glory. This is the dream of all students. The mission levels range from low to high, F, E, D, C, B, A, and the highest is S-level mission. As newcomers, you must accept a mission and complete it before you can officially become a member. Your initial hunting level will be determined by the mission you complete. Now, choose your mission, the woman said with a smile. Her voice was full of a faint temptation. At this time, the seniors who guided us turned around and said. Classmates, we know that you are all talented and have excellent results in the novice copy. Otherwise, you would not be qualified to join the club. But don't be proud, otherwise you will die miserably. Even the lowest level F-level mission must be completed with all your strength. We have been in the Tianta Club for more than a year and have seen too many deaths. We hope you can live a few more years. A bearded senior said solemnly. Okay, next you all want to complete the task in a team, or go alone, it's up to you. After completing the task, just return to the Tianta realm to hand in the task. Our guidance is over, see you later. Several seniors said calmly, turned around and left. For them, all this is just official business." After explaining what should be explained, they left. For the members of the Tianta Club, time is very precious. Su Ming looked solemn, looking up at the menu. There are many tasks on it. At this time, the waitress smiled and said, "Classmates, as you are newcomers, I suggest you take the lowest F-level mission and complete the assessment. This way your chances of survival will be high. Of course, if you want to challenge difficult missions, it is not impossible. Complete the D-level mission, you will be assessed as a Platinum Hunter. Complete the E-level mission, you will be assessed as a Gold Hunter. Even if it is the lowest F-level mission, you will be a Silver-level Hunter after completing it. The Tianta Club does not have a Bronze level. Which mission to take is up to you." Su Ming looked at the mission list and fell into deep thought. F. Hunting corpse-eating squirrels. Kill 3 corpse-eating squirrels in the forest of Xianjing City. Reward, Bronze lower grade skill scroll X1. E. Hunting bone copper statues. Kill 10 bone copper statues that are rampant in Xianjing City. Reward, Bronze top grade weapon X1. E. Collect corpses. Bring back the bodies of 5 members of the Tianta Club who died in the deep wilderness, so that they will not be exposed in the wilderness. Reward, 10,000 races coin X 1000. D. Hunting the angry flame bear. Kill a mutant white bear that is wreaking havoc in the city and village. Reward, experience plus 10,000, 10,000 races coin X 3000. These tasks are not a challenge for me. The Tianta Club rewards generously, and you can also get a large number of 10,000 races coins and advent coins, and a lot of extra spoils of war. The higher the level of the initial completed task, the higher the hunter level, and the more privileges. Then your starting point is equivalent to a higher level than others. This is a very big advantage. Once the initial assessment is completed, it will be very slow to upgrade again, so Su Ming decided to directly accept the highest level task that a newcomer can receive. Without hesitation, he took a step forward and said to the woman, "I want to take the D-level mission in the 3rd row." As soon as Su Ming said this, the waitress's eyes were obviously fixed. D. Defeat the Python King. Hunt a Python King in the wilderness forest of Nanli District. Reward, 10,000 races coins, 1 random platinum skill scroll. Is this mission something that this newcomer can complete? That Python King is very terrifying. Many people have tried to defeat it, but all of them have returned in defeat. But she didn't ask any more questions and helped Su Ming complete the mission procedures directly. Her job is to help people with the procedures. It's not within her job scope to persuade people not to die. Those who come to the Tianta Club are all young job changers with excellent talents, and they are all arrogant. To be honest, she has seen many people like Su Ming. It can be said that he is looking for death. Even if he is very talented, it is impossible to challenge the D-level mission right after coming out. This is the highest mission a newcomer can take. Once completed, he will be directly rated as a Platinum Hunter. This is too outrageous. 18 years old, Platinum Hunter, it's just a dream. She used to persuade him, but now she has turned a blind eye. She couldn't say much about those who are looking for death. She buried everything in her heart and quickly completed the procedures. Your task has been accepted. Please check it on the personal task information panel. She said with a fake smile. Su Ming nodded. Ji Yao and Yen Zhe were also shocked. Su Ming, you actually accepted such a difficult task. Ji Yao stepped forward and asked in surprise. Even if we form a team, the success rate may not be high. Su Ming, you are too impulsive this time. Yen Zhe said with a serious face. Su Ming, however, was calm. You think too much. I didn't think about forming a team. I will complete this task by myself. Yen Zhe was a little surprised. I thought that Su Ming would accept this task because the chances of winning in a team were high. Unexpectedly, Su Ming was ready to challenge alone. No, it's too difficult. I'll go with you. Yen Zhe said sincerely. I really regarded Su Ming as a friend from the bottom of my heart, so I was willing to go with Su Ming. Jiao also stepped forward and held Su Ming's hand. Su Ming, I want to go with you too. Su Ming shook his head and still insisted on going alone. I'll go alone. The reason why I insisted so much, no one would know. This task is actually picking up the labor. If I take everyone with me, Su Ming will lose experience and rewards. So I naturally choose one person, based on Su Ming's experience in his previous life. I know a very secret information. This task is actually very simple. That snake is indeed very powerful, but it will fall into hibernation in June every year. Ordinary snakes hibernate in winter, while the mutant snake hibernates in summer. This is information that basically no one knows except Su Mingji. Now, the big snake is about to fall into summer hibernation. It would be easy to kill it by yourself, right? So I insist on going alone. After this wave is completed, I can take all the rewards by myself. Jiao opened her mouth slightly and wanted to persuade her again, but Su Ming stretched out a finger and pressed it on her red lips, making her speechless. Her cheeks flushed slightly. There is no need to talk about this matter anymore. There will be many opportunities to form a team in the future. I have made up my mind. Su Ming frowned. Then he said to the two people. Ji Yao, Yan Zai, you two go to find Jiang Yinqing to form a team together. Although she is from Wuyang City, she probably also got the Tianta token. As Su Ming was talking, she came. In the distance, a pretty girl was jogging with a Tianta Club token hanging around her waist. Su Ming. Ji Yao. Yan Zai. Warm reminder. If you find that clicking the next page will force you to jump to other websites, please use the chapter error or contact us at the bottom to inform us. We will deal with it as soon as possible. Thank you for your understanding. In the distance, she was smiling and waving. She ran over quickly. I also got the Tianta Club token. Come and participate in the novice mission. What do you mean? Let's team up together. That she looked at everyone with a smile. Yan Zai stepped forward and told her what happened just now. She looked at Su Ming and didn't persuade him. Her watery eyes were all understanding. Su Ming, if you insist on going alone, then go. Unexpectedly, she didn't persuade Su Ming. Then she turned and looked at Ji Yao and Yan Zai. Ji Yao, Yan Zai, let's form a team of 3 and let Su Ming go alone. We take an E-level mission, and it's enough to be rated as a gold-level hunter. That she said to the two of them, because she knew Su Ming's combat effectiveness very well. She knew it better than Ji Yao and Yan Zai. It can be said that she trusted Su Ming very much. If Su Ming insisted on challenging the impossible mission alone, he must have his own ideas. She didn't want to disrupt Su Ming's plan. This trust was very strong. Ji Yao was finally persuaded. She nodded and said, "Okay. In fact, we also need a real experience. Su Ming is the main force in killing the hidden boss. We are just paddling behind, but we have reached such a high level. We are at a low level, but our combat experience and skills are not strong enough. So if we form a team, it will actually hold Su Ming back. Let's form a team first." Ji Yao agreed. Yan Zai had no choice but to nod. Su Ming smiled and said to her, "Very good. Then I will withdraw first, and contact you after the assessment is completed." Su Ming said. Then he left quickly. At this time, Zhang Tang on the side was also slightly shocked, but then, a sneer appeared at the corner of his mouth. He really didn't expect that Su Ming would accept such a high-level task, D-level. If a newcomer has no one to guide him, accepting such a mission is simply courting death. Su Ming has no power behind him, so he thought that Su Ming was too arrogant. He believed that Su Ming completely underestimated the difficulty of the D-level mission. D-level missions, monsters, are basically no less difficult than E-level or D-level dungeon bosses. Even if Su Ming could win first place in the F-level novice copy, he would not be able to complete this task easily. Su Ming is really a little confused. Thinking of this, Zhang Tang even felt a sense of relief in his heart. It seems that Su Ming is not very thoughtful and talented, right? Ordinary people can be proud and arrogant. Maybe he's just lucky enough to win the first place in the dungeon. Then this kind of opponent is nothing to worry about. Of course, you have to kill. Su Ming killed the hidden boss and disrupted Zhang Tang's novice copy plan. For this reason, he would kill Su Ming. Thinking of this, Zhang Tang secretly opened his personal panel and sent a message to several close bodyguards in the family. Kill someone, Su Ming. He has accepted a D-level mission and will go to the Python King's lair in Nanli district. You guys should wait there. He wants to go over. Zhang Tang's closest subordinates are all masters of level 2 or above. It was so easy for them to kill Su Ming. There was a reply. To be honest, even if no one was ambushing him, Su Ming would probably be devoured by the Python King, and there was no need for him to intervene. But for the sake of safety, Zhang Tang also issued this order. He is a very cautious person. Master Zhang, you are here. Suddenly, a voice came from behind. Zhang Tang turned around and looked. A middle-aged man, Zhang Fenglu, the third-level wandering swordsman. A veteran of the Zhang family and one of Zhang Tang's personal guards. Zhang Tang nodded. I want to take on a D-level mission and complete the tower meeting assessment. He said. Zhang Fenglu looked calm and nodded when he heard this. He stands with his hands behind his back, has an extraordinary demeanor, and is very powerful in combat. Okay, as long as the mission is below sea level, I am confident that you will be safe. He smiled slightly and said. A flash of ambition flashed in Zhang Tang's eyes. Su Ming accepted a D-level mission and sought death, but when Zhang Tang accepted a D-level mission, it was a matter of course and normal. Why? Just because he is the eldest young master of the Zhang family and the Zhang family behind the scenes. In the novice dungeon, Zhang Tang could only rely on his own strength because he could not bring his family elders to participate. Tower Club novice assessment task is different. It doesn't matter who you team up with. Therefore, Zhang Tang can take on the most difficult task, and then let the family elders lead him to win. It is safe and can be rated as a platinum level hunter. Why not? This family power. Su Ming was walking alone in the streets of Taiji. He walked all the way to a blacksmith shop, found the boss here. Young man, what kind of weapon do you want to build? A burly man walked slowly and said. Su Ming took out a jet black long sword and slapped it on the table. How much does it cost to upgrade this sword to a gold quality weapon? Su Ming said. His Xiangang blood sword is only of silver quality, so it is not enough, so he chose to come here for a wave of upgrades. The man picked up the Xiangang blood sword with a solemn look on his face. He flicked the sword's edge with his hand. Clang. The sword chanted crisply. Not bad, the quality is better among the silver weapons. I can upgrade it to a gold mid-level weapon. We need 70,000 advent coins. The blacksmith said. Su Ming looked solemn when he heard this. This is almost like buying a golden weapon. How much cheaper can it be if I prepare my own strong fusion substrate? Su Ming asked. The blacksmith heard this and thought for a moment. Well, it depends on the quality of your base material. When Su Ming heard this, he smiled calmly. A lot of high-quality materials are taken directly from my personal space. The claw bones of the Iron Wolf King, the armored turtle shell, the teeth of the Salamander King, the yellow teeth of the Goblin Leader, all are made of hard material, excellent for forging steel. The owner of the forging shop was shocked to see so many high-grade materials. TSK. Young man, judging from your age, you should be only 8 years old. Where do you get so many high-end materials? Window, _tabula equals window, _tabula, push, mode, thumbs, feed, 01, container, tabula, below, article, thumbnail, 300x250, placement, below article thumbnail, 300x250, target _type, mix. Chapter 36, Challenging the Tower of Heavenly Silence. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 18-year-old rookie job changers basically only pass the rookie sublevel. The number of elite monsters in the rookie sublevel is very small, and it is difficult to encounter them. For a rookie like Su Ming, it is a great honor to meet and kill one, not to mention, there is also the element of explosion rate. You may kill many elite monsters, but not a single base material will be dropped. But Su Ming took out so many elite monster reinforcement materials, no wonder the blacksmith was so surprised. Su Ming just smiled faintly and said. Just lucky. The blacksmith's face was solemn, and he could only include Su Ming, a young man, in the ranks of the rich second. Your materials are very good, and should be able to be smelted into very good steel. In that case, I can definitely help you strengthen this sword into a gold product. The most expensive thing for strengthening is the materials, and now you have to provide your own materials. Then I can only charge a labor fee. 20,000 advent coins, that the boss said at a fixed price. Su Ming did not hesitate and immediately initiated a transaction from his personal panel. Some of the materials have been sold from the trading house, and the gold coins have been credited, so he did not hesitate to make the move. The boss accepted. Young man, come and get the sword in 3 hours. He said. Su Ming nodded and left. As an experienced blacksmith, it is very fast to upgrade weapons. Just a few hours, Su Ming is ready to challenge the Tower of Heavenly Silence during this time. The Tower of Heavenly Silence is the building at the center of the Heavenly Tower world. It is said that it is a structureless structure built according to the rules of the world. This sacred tower is as high as 100 floors. In human history, no one has ever reached the 100th floor. It is said that if you reach the 100th floor, you will be able to know all the truths about the world and the Advent Day. In Su Ming's previous life, he only challenged the 8th floor. Each floor of the Tower of Heavenly Silence will give rewards. Step by step, the rewards will get better and better. The rewards are also completely random, and there are all kinds of them. It can help people become stronger quickly. Su Ming walked forward quickly. Finally, he came to the door of the Tower of Heavenly Silence. Many young people gathered here. Many of the new job changers of this session, after getting the qualification to join the Heavenly Tower, the first thing they want to do is to challenge the Heavenly Silence Tower. In the Heavenly Silence Tower, you will die. If you are defeated, you will withdraw. However, anyone has only one chance to challenge the Heavenly Silence Tower every month, so it is a precious opportunity. Su Ming came to the gate with a calm face. In front of the tower, there was an illusory screen with a ranking on it. Rookie ranking. 1. Sun Xiaoyang, stop at the 8th floor. 2. Wang Sha, stop at the 7th floor. 3. This ranking shows that they are all newcomers of this session. Su Ming stretched his body and prepared to start the challenge. At this time, many people walked out of the tower in dejection. It's too difficult. I just played the 4th floor and quit. Your level is nothing. I was on the 3rd floor and met a giant minotaur who knocked me flying. I was killed instantly. You guys are fine. I was easily defeated by that longsword knight on the 2nd floor. It's too difficult. It's really too difficult. But the rewards of this Jianji Tower are also very good. I'll come again next month. The crowd clenched their fists and were full of energy. At this time, Su Ming found a familiar figure in the crowd. It turned out to be Li Chengwang. He held a dark green long sword in his right hand, which was a silver quality weapon. After the sword was cut off by Su Ming, it was replaced with this silver quality weapon. Moreover, his right hand was not injured at all, and 2 fingers were cut off. The way he held the knife looked natural. In his eyes, there was a hint of viciousness, anger and hatred. He walked towards the Tianji Tower with a firm step. He wanted to become stronger and take revenge. After he lost the 1st place, all forces were extremely disappointed with him. Many investments were terminated. The principal of Weiyang No. 3 Middle School was held accountable by all forces and almost fell from power. Now he is the vice principal. This made Li Chengwang feel the pain of falling from the clouds. He attributed everything to Su Ming. This hatred made him furious, so after getting the qualification to participate in the Sky Tower, he immediately came here to seek a chance to become stronger. Seeing Li Chengwang appear here, the players around were all a little surprised. They came forward to greet him and seek to form a team. They were trying to curry favor with Li Chengwang. After all, no matter what, he was a knife maniac with a star talent. Although he ranked 2nd and was surpassed by Su Ming, he was still valuable. However, when these people got along well, they were all ignored by Li Chengwang. He completely ignored everyone and just walked towards the Sky Silence Tower. Alone, if you get along well with others, you will naturally be ridiculed by others. Hey, this is the number 1 genius, Li Chengwang. I haven't seen you for a few days. Is it so bad? Li Chengwang, are you going to slaughter our Nanyan City and Xianjing City students to become the first in Longguo? Why is your hand chopped off? Maybe the monster is too fierce. People laughed at them wantonly. Because Li Chengwang was too glorious some time ago, he suppressed all the students with his own strength. In addition, the principal of Weiyang No. 3 Middle School is also a talent who attracts hatred. He is a gossip and extremely arrogant, suppressing other schools. Now, everything is counterattacked, so Li Chengwang is in a very good situation now. Everywhere is jealousy, hatred, and people who laugh at him. It can be said that he is a tiger in the plain. All the glory he once had turned into jealousy in people's hearts. Nowadays, people naturally like to see decadence and defeat. There are many people who take advantage of others' misfortunes. Li Chengwang, I remember that you said that you would kill students as wild monsters to level up. Why is your hand broken now? People saw the injury on Li Chengwang's hand at a glance and gave him a precise blow. People didn't know who caused Li Chengwang's wound, but they were actually a little curious. When Li Chengwang heard these words, if it was in the past, he would have been furious and rushed over to kill, but now, his face was gloomy and calm. In his heart, there was only Su Ming. He wanted to surpass Su Ming and kill Su Ming. There was no other goal except this one. He walked firmly into the Tianji Tower and disappeared. Su Ming had been watching coldly from the side. He stood in the crowd, very low-key, and did not let Li Chengwang discover his existence. Su Ming's eyes were filled with murderous intent. It's a pity that in this small world, due to the rules, I can't kill people. Su Ming felt a little regretful. Otherwise, he would kill Li Chengwang the moment he saw him, and then use the hidden god step to leave without a trace. Su Ming shook his head and shook off all the distracting thoughts in his mind. He came to the door of the Tianji Tower and stepped in. With one step, the world in front of him suddenly changed. The space inside the Tianji Tower is completely separated. It can accommodate countless people to challenge at the same time, but they will not affect each other in the slightest. This Tianji Tower can only be challenged by one person. In front of Su Ming, there is an ancient tower world, like an arena. A few big words hung in the air. First floor, monster, purple-haired evil tiger. The next moment, a huge mutant purple-haired tiger appeared in the field. It immediately rushed towards Su Ming. This Tianji Tower has boss-level monsters on every floor. Su Ming was very calm and immediately scanned the monster's information. Chapter 37 Rewards for the 10th floor. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ferocious beast, purple-haired evil tiger, level 5, strength, 59 points, constitution, 25 points, agility, 25 points, spirit, 13 points, luck, 10 points, skills, giant palm slap, bite. This is only the monster on the first floor of the Tianji Tower, and it has already reached level 5, no wonder those newcomers were easily defeated. Many people stopped at around the first floor. Even the 10th-ranked master of the 144th copy stopped at the 8th floor. This shows the difficulty of the Tianji Tower. It's a pity that this tiger met Su Ming today. A level 5 monster is really not enough in front of him. Su Ming's eyes were cold, and he raised his hand and clenched it. Buzz. Suddenly, a long sword floated up from his shadow. It was the Shadow Stream sword. Su Ming's equipment was all of platinum quality. With a level 16 armor, it was easy for him to kill the tiger. He didn't even need to activate his skills. A normal attack could kill it. The tiger roared and rushed over fearlessly. Su Ming stood still, his eyes calm. Swish. He slashed. The tiger's body fell down with a bang. Its neck was cut open, and it dissipated into the world with dots of blue light. Experience plus 302. Su Ming gained a lot of experience, successfully passed the first level. Please collect your reward. A small wooden treasure chest appeared in the center of the venue. It looked like it was made of bronze. It was the lowest level treasure chest. Su Ming directly used the ability to sublimate all things and sublimated it. This Tianji Tower was also a copy. The material of this treasure chest suddenly changed, and the appearance became more high-end. Sublimation success. Jinmu treasure chest. Middle bronze. TSK, my luck is really bad this time. I only sublimated from the lower bronze to the middle bronze. Su Ming muttered. Then, he kicked the treasure chest open with his foot. Looking inside, wood grain ring engraved with complicated patterns appeared in the box. Loot, small strength amplification ring, middle bronze. After wearing, it can increase the strength attribute by 5 points. Su Ming curled his lips. It's better than nothing. Such a few attributes are really not enough for him. But Su Ming still equipped it. No matter how small the mosquito leg is, it is still meat. After he looted the loot, he immediately started the challenge of the next level. it is normal that the rewards on this first level are poor. Su Ming should have prepared it long ago. The monster on the first level is a fierce flying bat with a huge body, the wings were covered with black hair, and when the body was spread out, it could even completely wrap a person. The bat's teeth were cold, and its eyes were flashing red. It was flying in the air, and from time to time it emitted ultrasonic waves to attack Su Ming. This was a large-scale indiscriminate attack, which continued to lose blood, but for Su Ming, it was not painful, he didn't even frown. He raised his sword and slashed. Buzz! The sword light flashed. Su Ming easily killed the monster, it could even be said to be a one-shot kill. The reward for this level also appeared in front of Su Ming, it was also a bronze lower-grade treasure chest. Su Ming directly used the sublimation of all things to upgrade it. Sublimation successful. Inchao treasure chest, quality, upper gold. This time, I was very lucky and sublimated directly to the gold level. Su Ming stepped forward, opened the box, and took out the spoils inside. It was a skill scroll, Hunter's Step, golden top grade, level limit, level 15, a fast, agile and ethereal step that can make your movement speed soar suddenly in a short period of time, just like a hunter. Su Ming learned it directly, then, Su Ming continued to challenge. After learning the new skill, Hunter's Step, his combat effectiveness has also been greatly improved. His movement speed has become extremely fast, and he can easily avoid most of the monster's attacks. Coupled with the passive talent of the origin sword body, the power of his sword skills has been multiplied by 10 times, this makes Su Ming invincible. He pushed all the way and passed the first 7 levels with great ease. This progress is extremely fast, and he is still moving forward. At this moment, outside everyone stared at the screen in front of the Tianji Tower. There was a ranking list. Number 4 Li Chengwang, 5th floor, Number 3 Li Chengwang, 2nd floor. His name kept climbing up the list. People looked surprised. Li Chengwang is indeed a 10-star madman. Even though his hand was seriously injured, he was still able to rush to the 2nd floor at such a fast speed. Too fierce. People looked solemn. It had to be admitted that Li Chengwang was still strong. People's sighs were not over yet. The next moment, the picture on the list changed again. Number 2 Li Chengwang, 7th floor, Number 1 Li Chengwang, 8th floor, Li Chengwang, broke through the 1st floor. Directly reached the 1st floor. This speed can be said to be extremely fast. People were surprised. Why is he so fierce? We won't break through to the 10th floor, right? People were surprised. Is this the strength of a madman? What a monster. He's not going to get this year's platinum chest, is he? Looking at this posture, it's probably true. Every year, the first newcomer to break through the 10th floor of the Tianji Tower will receive an additional reward from the supreme rules of the world. It's a platinum treasure chest, able to produce platinum-level equipment. This kind of thing is full of infinite temptation for newcomers changing jobs. It means infinite possibilities, attracting every newcomer. Every year, new career changers who join the Tianta club will flock here to challenge, but the average player who has passed the novice copy is basically only around level 8 or. It is even more difficult to pass the 10th level. Even geniuses will stop at the 8th or level. This is an extremely difficult challenge for anyone. After being defeated, a person in will be helpless. People who are will become more courageous with every setback. Perhaps, crazy Li Chengwang, is the latter. One person said. As soon as these words came out, those who had ridiculed Li Chengwang before felt a chill down their backs, thinking back to Li Chengwang's cold eyes just now. If in the future, he grows up and reaches the top of the world, so how can those of them who mocked Li Chengwang still be able to escape? Thinking of this, everyone was a little frightened. 10-star madness, Li Chengwang, was taken away from the first place in the ranking by the swordsman Su Ming of Xianjing No. 1 Middle School. I estimate that after he gets the platinum treasure chest, his strength will increase a lot, and then he will find a way to get revenge on Su Ming. That's Su Ming. I'm afraid it's going to be a disaster. People sighed and said slowly. Chapter 38 Dragon-Inlaid Broken Sword. You are listening at novelfull.audio. TSK, now that you say that, I'm really curious. Who is that Su Ming? A small sword master, with such a weak profession in the early stage, can actually surpass sword mania in the dungeon. The very popular Li Chengwang was trampled on. It's simply unbelievable, that there was a commotion in the group, and you and I were discussing each other. Yes, when you say that, I feel outrageous. That Su Ming is either unlucky and has found some opportunity, or he is really powerful. Yes, I personally prefer the former. We have a good show this term. Li Chengwang should make a comeback. He or Su Ming, the sword master of Xianjing No. 1 Middle School, I don't know who will win in the end. Resources are limited, and there can only be one strongest genius. At this time, Su Ming was furiously slashing monsters in the dungeon, brush. With one move of his, he drew his sword and slashed instantly, fully actuating it. A burly bull headed in front of him suddenly fell to the ground. Congratulations, you passed the level. You are the first player to clear the level. Reward for this level, platinum treasure chest. Then, a white box appeared in front of Su Ming. The texture looks very noble, and the carvings have many mysterious lines. Su Ming slowly sheathed his sword and took a deep breath. He was a little injured, but he finally passed the first level. That's right, he successfully passed the level. He's so fast. Every monster you encounter is unique, so, in fact, this has a certain element of luck. If you encounter weaker monsters along the way, you might be able to reach the first level faster. Su Ming, on the other hand, had no luck. It's purely a matter of strength. He looked at the treasure box and scanned it. White treasure box, quality, platinum medium grade. Su Ming directly used the sublimation of all things. Sublimation successful. Golden Lin treasure box. Diamond products. The treasure chest changed its appearance, and was covered with golden scales, including a crystal-like structure. It was actually upgraded into a diamond treasure chest. Su Ming's eyes were slightly startled. This will be his first diamond chest. Su Ming stepped forward and gently opened the box with both hands. I saw a long sword lying among them. The blade comes in two colors. There is a faint trace of breakage on the centermost blade. Dragon-Inlaid broken sword, dual weapon of long sword and short sword. Quality, diamond product. Level requirement, transfer. It was once a long sword, but it broke in a battle and split into two. Later, the craftsman used a precious dragon scale as the core to rebond and cast it, bringing the sword back to its peak. This sword is extremely sharp and can carry powerful killing intent. Affix Fire Lin. The center of this broken sword is inlaid with the scales of a fire dragon, which can provide a 200% fire attribute damage bonus to this dagger. Split edge. The edge of this sword can be detached and turned into a flying sword, driven by the master's thoughts to kill enemies in the air. Broken blade. This weapon was once a complete long sword, so it can be classified as a sword weapon. But after the split edge is broken, it is a broken sword, which is the length of a dagger. At this time, it can be judged as a dagger or dagger-type weapon. Is commonly known as dual-type weapons. It's actually a diamond-level sword. Su Ming was slightly shaken. Moreover, it is a dual-type weapon. This means that this sword can benefit from his original sword body bonus, and once the blade is activated and turned into a flying sword, the body can turn into a broken sword, which is a dagger-like weapon. At this time, you can activate the killing sword. The Killing God sword is a skill of the Killing God profession. It originally requires a dagger or short sword weapon to exert its strongest power. With this sword, Su Ming can seamlessly switch between the two forms of skills at will. His combat effectiveness will take a big step forward. Su Ming felt a little excited. Immediately hold this sword in your hand. Look carefully before your eyes. The texture is cold, but there is a vague heat in it. The sharp blade is engraved with lifelike dragon patterns. The part of the sword blade near the handle shines with golden light. The tip of the blade is a rustic gray with black steel. The level requirement for this sword is level 4, but don't forget, Su Ming has the passive skill of Master of Sword Martial Arts. He ignores any restrictions and is equipped with any sword weapon, so he can drive freely. Su Ming thought. Click. The golden crack in the middle of the sword suddenly shook. The longer blade in front flew out. It turned into a flying sword, flying in mid-air. The effect is very similar to that of the sword, but this is not a skill, but an effect attached to this weapon. Su Ming can use his mind to control the sword to fly and hang in the air to kill the enemy. what was left in Su Ming's hand was a broken sword, bevel cut section. Natural acute angle, make this broken sword look like a dagger, completely. Natural, Su Ming raised the broken sword in front of his eyes and took a look. I saw a fiery red dragon scale stuck in the center of the crack in the broken blade, perfectly embedded in the sharp edge. Su Ming raised his hand and waved it gracefully, whoosh. The flying blade suddenly swept away and flew back hanging upside down. The broken sword was firmly stuck, and gathered together to become a complete long sword. I don't know which craftsman made it, it's so wonderful. Rely on the dragon scale in the middle to connect the flying blade and the broken sword. Su Ming couldn't help but marvel at the great wisdom of blacksmith professionals. Dragon, one of the highest level monsters, is very ferocious. Dragon scales are a super precious material, and inside this sword, there is a dragon scale embedded in it, then the grade of this sword cannot be lowered. When Su Ming slashed, fire would flow from the sword's edge, causing fire damage. Very good. Su Ming smiled slightly, held the sword, and walked to the first floor. He will not stop at the first level. At this moment, inside the Tower of Tianji, on the third floor, sword mad, Li Chengwang was panting and slashed the giant armored knight in front of him with one sword. He was injured all over his body, but he used his strongest skills and finally passed with great difficulty. Congratulations, you successfully passed the first level. Hearing the words of world rules, a sinister smile appeared on his face. Ha! I passed the first level. Very good, this year's platinum chest will be mine. Every year, the first newcomer to clear the level will receive a platinum treasure chest. For newcomers, this is a very high-level reward. As long as he can get it, he will surely rise. Thinking of the humiliation he suffered in the copy, Li Chengwang's heart was filled with haze. He wants revenge. Su Ming must die. Then, little bits of blue light condensed in front of him, and finally, a treasure chest of silver products was formed. Li Chengwang's eyes were stunned and a little dull. Why is it a silver treasure chest? Where's my platinum chest? His voice trembled. He raised his head and said, but there was no answer. The rules of the world will not pay attention to an ordinary person. Could it be that someone was one step ahead of me and passed the first level? That he couldn't believe it. Finally, he bit the bullet and opened the treasure chest. There is only one silver level necklace among them, and it's not from this profession, it's the fucking mage's necklace equipment. Li Chengwang felt that he had been cheated. Abandoned by the world. Tricked by fate. He was so angry that he was shaking all over and couldn't help but let out a roar. Damn! Window, _tabula equals window, _tabula, _tabula. Push, mode, thumbs, feed, 01, container, tabula, below, article, thumbnail, 300x250, placement, below article thumbnail, 300 by 250, target _type, mix. Chapter 39, Breakthroughs in Succession, Lanyue Treasure Chest. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Su Ming continued to move forward, past the first floor. Past the second floor. Past the third floor. Past, his progress was too fast. In fact, it can be said to be extremely fast. Many bosses could not resist his three swords. Compared with other new job changers, they basically stopped at the 6th and 7th floors. This made Su Ming even more terrifying. However, it is worth mentioning that after the first floor, the combat effectiveness of the monsters on each floor has been significantly improved. Su Ming felt it very clearly. The first floors are basically for newbies to experience, and the rewards after passing are all bronze treasure chests. Starting from the first floor, it is a real challenge. Although Su Ming passed the level very quickly, the wounds on his body continue to increase. Recovery potions cannot be used here. He can only heal his wounds through his own abilities. Su Ming used his mental power to activate the self-healing factor in his blood. Soon, his injuries healed. At a speed visible to the naked eye, however, this is not a long-term solution. Most of his mental power has been consumed. I must use it sparingly. Su Ming said in a serious tone. He chose to recover only part of his injuries, not completely, otherwise, it would consume too much mental power. He also had to save some mental power for skills to go further. His goal was to at least break through the 5th or 6th level. Whoosh! Su Ming raised his hand and condensed a spiritual sword in the air. This is Su Ming's skill, the spiritual blade. The blade is azure blue, and the edge is shining, whoosh. It flew away with a sound. It directly penetrated the eye socket of the boss in front of him. Then Su Ming himself, holding the Dragon-Inlaid broken sword in his palm, took a step forward, puff. This sword was extremely powerful. It directly cut off the head of the purple-skinned zombie monster in front of it. Congratulations, you have passed the 5th level. Su Ming's breathing was already a little heavy, and he slowly put away his sword. In front of him, the reward for this level appeared. It was a golden treasure chest. Su Ming used the sublimation of all things to upgrade it. Lanyue treasure chest. Platinum top grade. This time, his luck was not so good, and he only sublimated to platinum top grade. Su Ming's face was solemn, and he opened the lid. A necklace appeared in the treasure chest. He picked it up and scanned the information. Hidden necklace, platinum top grade, agility plus 50, after carrying it, all your actions will become silent. It actually directly adds 50 points of agility attribute. This equipment is quite powerful. Su Ming's current agility attribute has reached 130, if you have this necklace, you will have 180 points of agility. Su Ming equipped it directly. Moreover, Su Ming had just cleared several levels of the Sky Silence Tower and also upgraded 2 levels. Now, he has reached level 18, add all the attribute points to agility, that is 200 points of agility. 2 more levels, and the transformation will be completed. Moreover, Su Ming opened several treasure chests and got a lot of loot rewards, but many things are not as good as the shadow sword set he has now, so those things are basically only useful for selling, or finding them later to be turned into basic materials to strengthen their own weapons. There is a lot of experience in this Sky Silence Tower. I have upgraded to level 18 so quickly. Although the monsters are getting stronger and stronger, I feel a little tired, but I can't give up. Su Ming held the sword with a firm look in his eyes. I can only challenge once a month. I must not waste the opportunity. I must sprint with all my strength. Su Ming clenched his fists and decided to work harder and continue to rush to the tower. Outside the tower, the crowd watching the excitement stared at the record. Li Chengwang rushed to the 9th floor, which made everyone look forward to it. Everyone was looking forward to seeing if he could rush to the 1st floor, but suddenly, a name jumped to the top in one fell swoop. It was like a dark horse, rushing all the way, from the bottom, climbing quickly. Soon, it surpassed Li Chengwang. The name is Killing God. Player, Killing God cleared the 8th floor. Killing God cleared the 9th floor. Killing God cleared the 1st floor. The title of Killing God replaced Su Ming's name. Charge all the way in the ranking. Go to the extreme. They felt that in the blink of an eye, Su Ming was about to reach the highest peak. It was like riding a rocket. Everyone rubbed their eyes, some of them couldn't believe it. What the hell is going on here? That everyone was dumbfounded. Is there another expert? Who is this? Can anyone explain it to me? Is it possible to rush to the tower like this? There is a bug, right? This is not rushing to the tower, he is riding a rocket, right? Killing God. Who is the Killing God? Don't mention Xianjing City, Wuiyang City, Nanmian City, these, even in our entire province, there is no such Killing God in all the genius lists. I haven't heard of this name. Have you heard of it? We have never heard of this name either. Is he from another province? Everyone was stunned. Everyone looked at each other in shock. They originally thought that Li Chen spent only a few minutes rushing from the 1st floor to the 9th floor, which was a very terrifying speed, but they didn't expect that a more powerful person would attack in a second. Everyone raised their heads and looked at this scene. Some of them couldn't believe it. Su Ming's speed was really too fast. Rushing all the way. Who is this person? Everyone's eyes were a little stunned, because after the god of killing rushed to the 1st floor, he didn't stop. After a few seconds, he rushed to the 1st floor. This means that this player, known as the god of killing, killed monsters all the way. Killing the boss of the 1st floor in one encounter is almost impossible among the newcomers. Even the knife maniac Li Chengwang had to grind for a long time on the 9th floor before he barely passed it. Could it be that this killing god is not a newcomer? Someone asked. Basically impossible. The results of the Tianji Tower will be retained. If a person has challenged it, then he will challenge it again in a month and his last result will be the same. In other words, a powerful job changer cannot challenge the previous floors repeatedly. And, look carefully, this is the new ranking list, and only the awakened people of our generation can be ranked among them. Then, this killing god is really a monster. The eyes of the people became a little scared. Is that guy really a person? At this time, Li Chengwang's name appeared on the ranking side. Player, Li Chengwang, passed the first floor, ranked first. This can no longer excite them, because the platinum treasure chest has been taken by the god of death. Li Chengwang didn't get the platinum treasure chest. I wonder what his expression is like now. I worked so hard to break through the first floor, but didn't get the reward. If it were me, I would probably go crazy. Some people have already started to gloat over their misfortune.